Do you prefer when you are in school or when you're working?
Working because it gives purpose.
I'm working at a toy store, but I really like it a lot. So, yeah, I like to work.
I work at Publix for 16, almost 17 years. I'm a bagger.
All right. How about, do you prefer ice cream or cake?
Ice cream cake.
What about you, Mom? Both.
I deserve nothing, so I don't get my migraines.
Yes, Tammy thinks we get some migraines from the extra sugar, so she tries to stay away. All right. How about, would you rather be reading a book or playing on your phone?
Doom scrolling.
Playing on my tablet, yes.
Playing on my phone.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Cat. I have a cat back home.
Both. But I rather like cats because our dog is a Great Dane.
Okay. Jackets or tank tops?
Jackets.
Tank tops.
Jackets. Because I don't like cold, I like to be warm.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to start with Bradley and then go down.
Yeah.
So do you work or volunteer? Can you tell us about that?
So I do work part-time. I screen print. And my job gives me purpose. Every day, I don't know what I'm going to do at my job because it's different every single day. And so I can tell you I do an embroidery, I pack orders out, I write people's shipments, I fold shirts, I tag shirts. And yeah, no, I think that from day to day I've learned not to assume, because I think the beautiful thing about my job is that they work with people on the spectrum and they support people on the spectrum, and I think it's just a beautiful company, and more places should be like what my job does.
How many hours do you work a week?
I work Tuesday from 10 to 3, Tuesday through Friday.
Wow, that's a lot. Molly, can you tell us about if you work or volunteer? Tell us a little bit about that.
I work at a new toy store, but I used to work at Office Depot. Whoever watched the video of the Office Depot was incredible, the England people. Thank you. I love the toy store a lot. It's a new, unique store. I fold T-shirts, I do stamping bags, and I do dusting, and I do a mining. So I really like it a lot.
Nice.
A new environment.
Molly, can you tell us that you're part of a new business venture, right?
I am doing a new dog business that Jamie and Mark had got, and it's me and Lori started the business with the disability art thing that we did, and it's really fun, and I really like it a lot.
And you're making special dog treats to sell, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Molly might be in touch for some customers. Tammy, you already told us that you worked at Publix,
Yeah.
right, for 17 years. Do you have maybe a story to tell us about your work at Publix? Like, what do you love about
Sure.
it?
Well, at Publix, some of my customers are really mean, and so when they do is pick me out, come through my line. One of the rude, nasty, ugly customers, I smile, I acknowledge, I take them out and do my job as well. That's why I've been working for so long at Publix. So it's a good company to work for.
It is an excellent company to work for. So she's a front service clerk. She bags groceries and takes people's carts out and helps with their groceries. And do you make any tips?
We can in the parking lot, but not really. We have a sign on a name badge said no tipping inside, but it's a free country, not free country. But
And
it's
she has been known to tell people that it's a free country. If they would like to tip her, they can do that in the parking lot.
but they sometimes managers come out. They don't know, but
Mom,
we're not. It's not supposed to, but
You're not supposed to ask for it.
no.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so our next question is, are you guys involved in any sports or activities? What is something that you enjoy doing?
Okay.
I think from my hanging out with friends to making jewelry, being involved in my community, I think it's really important to have a really close, tight-knit circle of friends, and so I hang out with my friends and from my other programs to going to the city, doing fun things. I think at the end of the day, community really helps, uplift any community. So that's what I like to do.
yes, I've been working out at a new fitness center for people with disabilities. One of the guys has a disability. And then I do special baseball, field hockey, swimming, bowling. I do a lot of things, so I really like it a lot.
Can you say Special Olympics?
Special Olympics basketball. I took third, and then in Denver, I didn't go. I got second. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Tammy, you're up.
I'm on a bowling league. I bowl. I love to bowl. Well, on Tuesday nights, my mom's laughing right about now. Sorry, I'm pointing her out. Well, I like it.
What kind of awards do you get at
I know.
bowling?
I'm not there yet.
It's okay.
So I got a overall a pin to go on my t-shirt or bowling ball bag because I'm on my mom, we are all sometimes on the sheet, on my mom's score sheet. And I bowl and I practice on Thursday morning.
She tends to get the women's high average almost every season for their bowling league. She beats all the other women. It's incredible to watch how her brain
Well,
functions.
my sister's gonna say it. I do a little, sorry, I'm gonna say it because you got me talking on that note, sorry. I do a little shimmy, and then it's incredible when I bowl.
Yeah, okay, I want to know, Tammy, what is your bowling score?
Now my highest?
Like, what's your highest? What's-
Okay, my highest is a 154.
That's your average.
Oh, my highest is a 2.
I mean, let's just say it's higher than I've ever bowled.
Yeah, no, 2, it was in the 240s.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, we're going to move to our next question. We'll start with Bradley. Can you tell us about kind of your current living arrangements? Where you live? Do you live by yourself?
I live independently, but in a supported kind of place program, but they don't live there. But I grocery shop on my own. I do my laundry. I think it's really important that having that independence and learning about different things is really important. And it's fun because it gives me another system to do things.
So it sounds like you have your own apartment. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's like support
Yeah.
systems kind of, but you mostly live independently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Molly, can you tell us about where you live?
I live in a blue house with my kitty, and it's my first time leaving my kitty, so I'm a little homesick. But Lori is my helper to help me support me in my house, and I live by my brother and my mom, so in Durango. So it's really a good program. So yeah.
And Tammy, can you tell us about your living situation? you already said, right? You live with your sister?
No, I'm gonna let my sister kind of help me because it's a good situation.
You want me to tell
I-
everybody? Okay, so we actually all live together. We have a house that we have Tammy and my parents both live upstairs. They have a kitchen and a living room up there. And then my husband and I have a 16-year-old and 18-year-old boys. We live downstairs, so we're all in the same house. We've lived together for 20 years now so that we can all be together. It has been wonderful for Tammy. It's been wonderful for my boys to grow up having their grandparents there and having Tammy there. So it's more common in some different cultures, but we all live together. We enjoy it. And we were actually talking, my oldest, when he was 16, he said to me, Mom, he said, Mom and Papa are getting older. They're having trouble, helping you as much with Tammy at her doctor's appointments. He said, I want to learn. I want to, be able to go and help her. So he has, over the last 2 years, he started going and helping us with her doctor's appointments and that sort of thing. So it's been really great. And I will say, it's not for everyone. My 16-year-old said, nope, I'm not interested. She embarrasses me. So I just want to be real with you.
Yeah,
Like,
me and him, we got much better. We used to clonk kids a lot. I mean, really clonk kids. That's why we're up and downstairs, but yeah.
All right, so for our next question, kind of dealing with you living on your own. So how are you with doing things on your own, like personal hygiene, brushing your teeth? Does someone need to help you, remind you, anything like that?
Okay, that's good. I brush my teeth. Hygiene is really good. I think it's really important to have, with mental health, to learn different skills about it, and I think it's very, 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 very important. So to stay clean, because
Yes.
yes. So
I
cheers to that.
I feel the same way as what Bradley said, so, yeah.
So, mine is, okay, we have a situation. My mom paid for my teeth, so she gets to brush and floss my teeth. If
So-
not, then
That is one thing that we wish we had known much earlier on. If we had realized that Tam had cyclic vomiting syndrome, it was something we didn't realize. All of that vomiting, once she finally would get to sleep, we did not want to wake her up and brush her teeth. So that is definitely something that has been a big struggle for us, is her dental health. So my mom does always tease her that she pays for those teeth, so she will brush them and floss them and make sure that we have the best hygiene possible.
Okay, so we have heard a lot about people with JdVS having pretty high anxiety in a lot of the sessions.
Oh, yeah, well,
Do you know?
I want to
So-
talk about that.
So we're
Yes.
kind of curious, what gives you the most anxiety at this point in your life?
I think it's the unknown. I think it's dealing with not knowing certain things, and I reversed this way of thinking and realized that it's okay not to not know things, because I think in the moment, being vulnerable and having anxiety is a way of life, and going through those bumps and understanding that it's okay is totally fine. But having that tool belt, like that Batman belt of strategies for those individuals, that I think for myself I can speak, and I think it's that having those systems in place set for when they have anxiety and at that peak, having that system of having a way to have less stress is really important.
So I'm really curious. So what are some of the tools in your Superman tool belt that actually help you with your anxiety?
Music, going on walks, taking baths, talking to a really close friend or relative, call my mom or my sisters and my dad. I think just sometimes being in my head and going on walks and working through it is really important.
It's amazing. I think there's many people in this room who could probably learn from Bradley, me included. Molly, what are some of the things that give you anxiety at this point in your life?
Stimulated like today, it was hard, but I take medicine that helps me out. We go on walks. Lori helps me when we go out to activities. She helps me. It's been a really good chance of just calming down when I need it, or naps, or when I need myself. So yeah.
And how about you, Tammy? What gives you anxiety right now in your life?
Going, well, going to the doctors, but I take medicine for that too. I also, I don't, I,
Your anxiety, a lot of times hers manifests it as excitement. She's very excited about things, and it took us a while to realize that excitement is the manifestation of her anxiety. So she's definitely like that a lot. So I think this is one that everybody's really interested in. As an adult now, how can us as your family and your caregivers, how can we help support you in your whole life, but especially in times when you have anxiety?
I typed it on your phone, remember? Listening to what your child wants and needs is so important. I think it's important to understand that when they're growing up, they will experience change, which is beautiful and scary at the same time. But knowing that love is the best thing, and understanding that anybody here can help with any answer. So yeah, I think that is the best way to understand.
Awesome, thank you. How about you, Molly? What do you think? What are some ways that some of us can help you, your friends or your family, your caregivers?
Lori's been helping me a lot, and I really liked her on the trip, and she encouraged me to do my mask because it's really hard. I have sleep apnea, and I'm really frustrated with it, and I'm trying to lose weight, and I have a certain support person with my mom with the boundaries, but we do well, so yeah. And Keely's here to support me too, so Lori's out there for me, so yeah, we love her.
Sometimes, I think to your point, sometimes when it's not your parent, especially as you get older, we see a lot more dynamics where it's
Yeah.
harder for the parent to be the helper, and sometimes it's nice to have people
Yes.
outside of that. Yep, go ahead, Tim.
can my sister explain this one again? Because it's kind of hard for me too.
Well, just for Tammy, we say we like to play good cop, bad cop, and I think my mom is sad that she has to be the bad cop, but I think being the mom, Tam's put her in that role. She's not really the bad cop, but luckily I get to be the good cop, so it doesn't really matter what the situation is. That's kind of how we work, and Tam's deemed us in those positions, and so that's how we work to help her through her anxiety.
I think we have a very similar dynamic in our family as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's a genetic family,
it's
you know?
Okay, so some of the folks here were in Charlotte 2 years ago, and we asked all of you really similar questions. And so
We want to get your feedback too,
Yeah.
if you want to ask our questions
so
and how to help you out, like Kira, like somebody who is going to be a grown-up and needs a influence like us, I guess. to
yeah,
say, or
Molly's
something.
very, very excited
Like I was
about
worried
being a
about
mentor.
Kira today because he was upset and needed some space. So me and Lori loves her a lot, and
Hey, Molly.
Mark and
Can I ask my question?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Okay. So what I'm curious about is meeting in Charlotte 2 years ago was kind of life-changing, I think, for all of us to meet all of these people who have a shared lived experience, at least for me. Like Candy and I didn't even need to talk. I just looked at her and said, I think we're basically best friends for life. I said, are you good in a crisis? Yeah, okay, just call us. So I'm curious from the three of you, what has changed in your life since the last 2 years, since we were in Charlotte all together in 2023? What has changed in your life?
Well, I'm an uncle now. My sister, older sister, had a baby. I'm battling thyroid cancer, but I'm a trooper, and I think the most beautiful thing about the 2 years ago me to now is that I'm still the same person. I have a lot more. I'm more wiser. I think being able to understand myself better and communicate better. I'm on different medication that really helps me with focus, and I think my current self is my best self, and I think celebrating each of one of us in this room, we all have something to
Yes.
celebrate.
So Molly, you were diagnosed, like you
I need
found.
help with this, though.
I'll help you.
Can you
So
help
you
me?
found out that you had JdVS in 2021.
And I was upset because I didn't want to have another disability when I found this out, and it was really stressful for me. So yeah.
So Molly, when you think about being in Charlotte and meeting all of these amazing people who are also here, what has changed for you in the last couple of years? Do you remember what we talked about? Do you remember that you started anxiety medication for the first time in your life 2 years
Is
ago?
helping me out a lot. So yeah.
We
I
really had
like
missed
it.
this, and learning about the high anxiety has been.
And how to cope it with Lori. Lori's been a really good. I love her too much.
Yeah, Lori came in. Lori came into Molly's life. Her support person has really been Molly. Molly chose Lori, and that's been.
I recommended her because I have a CDUX program and to hire people, so she's the one for me, and she's my buddy.
Okay, Tammy, if you think about the last 2 years, what's been going on in your life?
Before
Oh.
Lori, I had a really hard time in the community connections because you had to be there, you had to do all the rules, meetings, everything else, and I was not able to be independent at the time that Lori helped me or found a solution to help me with my struggles or help me how I had to deal with it. And I really liked Beely of how she talked about me and everything else. So yeah, it was special.
Thanks, Molly. So Tammy, what has changed for you?
My one is about, I'm going to let kind of my sister help me on, I don't know how to.
What happened?
On Thursday morning, I went to the hospital. I had a appendicitis erupt, and I had to go. After that, my mommy kind of did not want, she thought, no, my tummy hurted at that point. And I said, Mom, we need to go to the emergency room now, immediately. And so, after that,
And Tammy doesn't like to go to doctors, so we knew this meant business if she was asking
yeah,
to go somewhere.
I was asking Mommy, my not belly. I was pointing to my belly. I was actually pointing down lower where it really was. I said, Mom, let's go now. And I told my sister, I'm like, you're coming too. Because other than that, we got there and it erupted. I've been in there for 4 days, and I did it. I got the 2 IVs in one arm. I did it, though. I got 2 IVs in one arm, and other than that, another ultrasound came in. She did these two blown, So my other one, she put it in. She handed me a spray. Oh, I love this can spray. It's to dive for.
Might be the best thing that's happened in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Is we found a spray that helps when you
And
have to have an IV.
And then the doctor said, we went to the doctor. The doctor said it was a.
Yes,
Okay.
they did heal her appendix, even though it had ruptured with the medicine. They healed her with some antibiotics, and they said that there was a 70% chance that it would not reoccur, and that we could decide if she wanted to have it taken out or not. And so we all did decide, and we conferred, and she decided not to have it taken out. So we did not have to have surgery, which was very exciting. Woo! All right. I have one more question before we open it up. So, if each of you guys can think about this, you're talking to all of the families out here. Is there anything that you guys think that these families should know about someone with JdVS or about being an adult with JdVS?
I think when I think about myself as a younger person with JVDS, I think being able to listen, be there for somebody, understand that we communicate differently. So understanding that what our needs are through different trials and errors of different things. And I think being able to understand that a lot of love goes into JVDS families. And so I think it's really important that, that. Love.
Excellent. Yes. How about you, Molly? What do you think? Is there anything that you would like to say to the families? Anything that you think they should
Just
know?
help them out how they are, and I met Kira and Mark, and they've been so good with me, and it just inspire everything, how they're more different, and if they can't talk, they can do gestures or sign language or just learn in a different way. But just have high anxiety or calm down, or like how we take care of ourselves. But yeah, we're kind of ambassador for that, so yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Tammy, what do you want to say to them?
You guys are happy and. I'm happy. I like to see all you guys still here and.
You're happy and you have a good life.
Yeah, happy and good life and yeah.
All right. So now I think we're going to open it up. If we have any of the adults that would like to ask a question or two, we have time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes for some questions? Yes.
Hillary.
Thank you all for sharing your experiences, including the siblings. How your lives are very different, and your childhoods are very different than many of the children and adolescents here. How do you think your life and your growing up experience would have been different had you had the diagnosis when you were younger?
It was very difficult because I was in the hospital. I hate hospitals and throwing up on the airplanes. I have really bad turbulence issues, but I'm trying. It was very, very difficult to, like Kira, for instance. I just think when I was little, I couldn't function, but now I'm more independent. I'm more needed. Not much help, but I do need help in areas, safety issues, or just things in daily life, and Lori's there to help me, so yeah.
The 90s and the 2000s was a really interesting time period because there wasn't so much information out there about JdVS, and so growing up, it was very, very difficult, and going to, doctor after doctor, trying to figure everything out. And I think when I think back about my younger self, I think to get where I am today, I had to go through that. And I think it's a beautiful thing, understanding that we all have our things we're working on, our challenges, but to answer the question, I think that's life.
Any other questions for our adult panelists? Okay, thank you so much, guys. Keely,